The $500 million ghost scam currently rocking the Blue site is the final nail in the coffin for the myth of digital authenticity. For years, the platform's entire marketing machine was built on one simple, seductive promise: direct, unfiltered access to your favorite creators. But as of early 2026, a massive class action lawsuit filed in Illinois has pulled back the curtain on a reality that is far more clinical and much more deceptive. The reality is that for millions of subscribers, the person they thought they were sharing their deepest secrets with doesn't even know they exist. This isn't just a minor technicality, it is a systematic, multi-million-dollar deception that involves global content farms, predatory management agencies, and a platform that is allegedly looking the other way to keep its transaction volume high. By the end of this deep dive, you will understand exactly how these chatter scams work, why the platform's parent company is being sued for $500 million, and how the agency trap is currently stripping creators of their identities and their income in the name of corporate growth. Per the legal filings in the case of Gardner versus Fenix International, the core of the controversy lies in the direct message feature. Subscribers are often lured into high-priced private chats under the impression that they are speaking directly with the creator they admire. However, the lawsuit alleges that these messages are frequently sent by outsourced workers, often located in different time zones, who use pre-written scripts and psychological profiles to manipulate fans into spending more money. According to the complaint, this is a systematic bait and switch. The fan pays for a connection, but the platform delivers a chatbot or a low-paid agency staffer. This isn't just a rumor. The lawsuit points to leaked training manuals from major management agencies that teach chatters how to mimic a creator's personality, how to handle whale accounts that spend thousands, and how to keep the conversation going just long enough to trigger a new payment. But the most shocking part of this story isn't just the deception of the fans, it's the exploitation of the creators themselves. This brings us to what insiders call the agency trap. According to an investigation by industry watchdogs in late 2025, a new wave of predatory management firms has taken over the platform. These agencies often target young, inexperienced creators with the promise of viral fame and passive income. The reality, however, is a contract that would make a traditional record label look generous. Per reports from the Daily Mail and other outlets, some of these agencies demand up to 80% of a creator's total revenue. In exchange, they take complete control of the account. This means the agency owns the login, the bank details, and the creator's government ID. As one creator who spoke anonymously to a podcast in January 2026 put it, "I didn't own my business, I was a tenant in my own skin." These agencies operate like digital puppet masters, posting content and sending messages, while the creator is often left with only a small fraction of the profits and zero control over how their image is being used. The chatter scam is the engine that drives this exploitation. According to a 404 Media report from April 2025, these agencies often hire chatters from countries with lower labor costs, paying them a pittance to manage dozens of accounts simultaneously. These workers are given a Bible for each creator, a set of notes on their likes, dislikes, and personal history, so they can maintain the illusion of a personal connection. When a fan sends a message asking about a specific detail from a creator's life, the chatter simply looks it up in the database. The lawsuit alleges that OnlyFans, through its parent company Fenix International, is fully aware of this practice. In fact, the complaint suggests that the platform's own terms of service were quietly updated to provide a legal shield for these agencies, acknowledging that third parties may assist in creator interactions. However, the plaintiffs argue that there is a massive difference between assistance and a total impersonation that costs fans millions of dollars in deceptive fees. The reason for the platform's alleged silence on this issue is simple: money. According to financial analysts from Reuters, OnlyFans is currently undergoing a massive sanitization process as it prepares for a $5.5 billion sale to Architect Capital. To achieve this valuation, the platform needs to show consistent, massive growth in transaction volume. Private DMs are the highest margin product on the site, often making up over 50% of a top creator's creators' income. If the platform were to ban chatter agencies, their revenue would likely plummet overnight. The ghost scam is essentially a way to artificially inflate the platform's value by automating intimacy. The more messages sent, the more the platform takes its 20% cut, and the closer it gets to that multi-billion-dollar exit. This is the corporate betrayal that is leaving both fans and honest creators in the dust. While the fans are being lied to, the creators who refuse to use agencies are being buried by the algorithm, unable to compete with the 24/7 output of the agency content farms. This leads us to the expectation versus reality of the industry in 2026. The expectation was a decentralized economy where creators had all the power. The reality is a centralized system where a handful of global agencies and a single parent company control the flow of capital and information. Per the Gardner lawsuit, this has created an unethical and deceptive marketplace. When you look at the receipts, the numbers are staggering. One agency, cited in a leaked internal memo from late 2025, claimed to manage over 200 accounts and generate $50 million in annual revenue using a team of only 30 chatters. That is millions of dollars in personal connections that were entirely fabricated. This level of automation is what the lawsuit calls a digital fraud on a massive scale. The fallout from this scandal is already beginning to change the platform's landscape. In February 2026, a wave of top creators announced they were leaving the site to join decentralized alternatives that utilize proof of personhood technology to ensure fans are actually talking to the person they pay for. This great migration is a direct response to the ghost scam. Meanwhile, the platform's owner, Leo Radvinsky, continues to pocket record dividends, nearly $1 billion over the last 2 years, while the legal storm clouds gather. The contrast is stark. The billionaire at the top is cashing out, the agencies are cashing in, and the fans and creators are left holding the bill for a connection that was never real. This isn't just about spicy content or the ethics of adult work, it is a fundamental question about the future of the internet. If we allow autonomy to be replaced by automation in our most personal digital spaces, we lose the very thing that made the creator economy revolutionary in the first place. The chatter scam is a warning shot for every platform that relies on human connection for revenue. As the Illinois class action moves forward, the Blue site may be forced to choose between its $5 billion valuation and its remaining shred of credibility. The legal receipts show a company that has prioritized growth over truth. And as any business insider will tell you, when you build a house on a foundation of lies, it's only a matter of time before the whole thing comes crashing down. The bait and switch is now the standard operating procedure for the platform. Per an investigation by tech outlets in late 2025, the platform's internal algorithm has begun heavily favoring agencies that can maintain a 100% response rate in the DMs, something a single human creator can almost never achieve. This means to stay visible, you must hire an agency, and to hire an agency, you must give up your privacy and a massive chunk of your income. It is a closed-loop system designed to funnel wealth toward the top while maintaining the illusion of a thriving independent creator base. The reality is that the independent creator is becoming an endangered species on the platform, replaced by corporate-managed IP that is operated by a global workforce of nameless chatters. The $500 million lawsuit is just the beginning. According to legal experts, similar filings are expected in New York and Florida by the end of 2026. The ghost scam has gone global, and the receipts are starting to leak everywhere. From the 80% predatory contracts to the leaked chatter Bibles, the truth is finally coming out. The platform promised a direct line, but they delivered a party line where everyone is paying and no one is actually listening. This is the reality of the Blue site in 2026, a billion-dollar machine that turned intimacy into a commodity and authenticity into an obstacle. The $500 million deception is a story of corporate greed at the expense of human empathy. The platform promised a revolution in how we connect, but it has seemingly reverted to the same predatory tactics of the telemarketing giants of the 90s. We have seen this cycle before, where a new technology is used to exploit the basic human need for connection. As the Gardner lawsuit moves through the courts and the Architect Capital deal nears completion, the industry is at a breaking point. The creators who built this house are being evicted by the agencies, and the fans are being played for fools. Ultimately, the blue site's refusal to crack down on the chatter scam is the final proof that the era of the authentic creator is being sold for parts. The dividends are being paid to the billionaires, while the creators are left fighting for their right to own their own names. This isn't just about the industry, it's about the fundamental mechanics of trust in a digital world. The receipts show a clear path. Attract the fans with the promise of intimacy, use the agencies to automate the responses, and then collect the 20% until the platform is sold. This betrayal serves as a massive warning for anyone looking to build a business or a relationship on a platform they don't own. The house always wins, and in 2026, the house is ghosting you. If you want to understand how deep this game really goes and how other creators are fighting back against the agency traps, you need to see the full picture of the industry's hidden mechanics. This is just the beginning of the pivot, and the casualties are only going to increase as we head toward the final sale. To see the rest of the evidence and hear from the insiders who are escaping the ghost scam, you need to watch the next installment of our series. Make sure you are prepared for the next move by diving into our Velvet Rope Industry Secrets playlist, where we break down the moves the platforms don't want you to see. The digital world is changing, and only those who follow the money will survive the switch.